Hi, I'm Joyce Rockwood. Today is February 21st, 2019, and I'm so excited to share this incredible interview with you today with my dear friend, Kat. Kat, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Kat is someone who I got to meet in my recent 5-day Shed Your Shit 2.0 5-day challenge. And Kat, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, what you do for a living, your hobbies.
Yeah, I live on Bainbridge Island, Washington, and my son and I run a pet sitting business, and it's named after his dog Mackie, who's sitting right here. That's Mackie. Say hi. Okay, let him go. And some of my hobbies are yoga, reading, writing,
Photography.
And photography, yes.
So, Kat, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about what happened for you in the 5-day challenge? Was there something beneficial you experienced? What was your experience in the 5 days?
I experienced deeper sleep, but more importantly, I had a greater awareness of how I need to do a deeper dive into my health issues. So a 30-minute call with you, which opened up even more doors of different avenues I could take to realize better health for myself.
Yeah, so you took advantage of the 30-minute free call that I offered, the Gut Loving Breakthrough Call. And was there something that happened in the 5-day challenge that made you actually curious? I know you mentioned having deeper sleep, but was there something that happened that, you know, seemed kind of counterintuitive in terms of like what you would expect to happen when you take your health more seriously?
Well, I was feeling actually worse before I felt better. And so that's what prompted me to call you, because it was a little concerning that I was feeling worse instead of better. I thought I'd have more energy. I thought I'd feel greater clarity of mind. I have memory issues, and I was more gassy, and it didn't seem right. And I keep getting these reoccurring Canker Sores, and I remember specifically asking you about that. And
yeah,
doctors didn't even tell me, and it just made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, so in the call, when we spoke, one of the things I explained was sometimes when you take a deeper dive into eating healthier and exploring deeper levels of detoxification through diet and other modalities, that it's like stirring the pot, right? It's like we talked about a fish tank,
yeah,
right? Having this fish tank and then like kind of shimmying our hands into the gravel. And the water can look clear, and then all of a sudden it starts to get murky.
Yeah.
And how when we eat healthier, we kind of loosen up those poisons, and they're now filtering through the system. They're in the blood, and they're moving through the channels of elimination before they get out of the body. We may not feel as good initially.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That would have been me. That is me.
Canker sores. So what else is going on with your health right now that drew you in to want to explore some deeper levels of detoxification?
Well,
what are some of the other things?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, my primary struggle has been with lifelong depression. So I tried antidepressants for that for many, many years, and I had side effects that weren't acceptable, so I stopped taking them.
What were some of the side effects you were dealing with?
Well, the main one was the inability to have an orgasm. You know, I mean, we all want to have that pleasure.
Sure.
That was just very, that and just feeling overall numb. So those are the biggies for me. Just flatlining, kind of just numbed out to life. So I'd rather have the ups and downs than just being numb. So.
And what are some of the other things you were dealing with health-wise that were calling to you to want to pay attention to and fix?
Lately, I've been having this last year reoccurring urinary tract infections, and I go to the doctors and they give me antibiotics, and then they just keep coming back, and it's been very frustrating. So I thought perhaps if I got into juicing and food combining and all the things you help educate people about, that would help with these issues.
Anything else that going on with your health you want to share with the audience?
Yeah, I mean, since I was a teenager, I started having poor circulation in my legs and spider veins, and I've just had a lot of shame around that. So I still struggle all these years later with heaviness and aches and pains in my legs.
And you mentioned clarity of mind earlier, so dealing with some brain fog.
Yeah, brain fog and memory issues. Yeah, and also a big one was sugar addiction. I still struggle with binge eating and just, I can't have a plate of cookies in my house. I'll eat every single.
And so how has the addiction with sugar and the binge eating interfered with your quality of life?
Just no energy, depressed feelings, just lack of motivation, apathy, low confidence, low self-esteem.
Now you run a very successful business with your son.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you see possible, since the business is already successful, but what do you see possible for yourself when you overcome these issues that are dampening your health?
Well, I like to think I could reignite my interest in photography and writing. That's really important to me. And also to be more present and loving to my son and to other people. Also, I would love to attract a man who is kind and high functioning, unlike other ex-loves, which were very abusive and very dysfunctional.
So you were attracting men that were abusive and not loving.
That's
and
correct.
So when you're more loving to yourself, can you see the connection?
I absolutely do. Yes.
Yeah. So if anyone out there is listening who is dealing with depression, right? Myself, I grew up with a father who suffered with manic depression. So I really, really resonated with what Catherine was sharing with me in our call. Anyone out there is dealing with emotional eating, binge eating, or dealing with unsightly aspects of our physical body that we know we deserve to shift and can shift. And we know once we do, will really enhance our self-confidence and allow us to stand up more proud and bold and make a difference in the world. If you're listening and that's you, we hope we hope that you are inspired in this moment to know that you can lead a different life, that your past doesn't have to equal your future. So Catherine, why now? You decided actually during the call, right? During the call, you made a decision to enroll in my 6-month group coaching program. Why was this the right time for you?
I mean, I guess there's no time like the present. I know that sounds cliched, but I spin my wheels so many times over, and it just felt right. I'm listening to my intuition more, and that makes a huge difference. And my intuition said now is the time. So, I was introduced to you via a video I saw with Natalia Rose online, and one thing led to another. That's how I got here with you now. So.
Yeah, that was actually a year ago through my Plant-Based Champions online show. So we've been kind of subconsciously incubating for about a year together.
That's true. Yeah. So it didn't happen overnight, I guess, in that sense. As far as my choice, it was a slow process, but I'm taking a leap of faith for sure.
What do you think was the attraction for you in terms of saying yes to the 5-day challenge, which was a free offering, right? What was the attraction for you to go into that program, that 5 days?
I mean, I've always been interested in juicing and the things you teach about, and I wanted a deeper understanding. So, and your title was catchy and fun. And that's one of the things I really love about you is your sense of playfulness and fun and energy. So studying your shit, that was great.
Yes. On the other side of your life suffering and dealing with all of this depression is your radiance and your joy and your true essence. And when you step into your health and your vitality, you get to live authentically in this world. Mm-hmm. You shared some big aspirations with your business, with your son, taking it to another level, right? And what else do you see that you'd like to do with your business with your son? Anything specific that you'd like to share in the moment?
Just, you know, my son talked about baking dog treats for the dogs. We want to step up our photography of the dogs, maybe do little photo storybooks of the dogs, just to add a real more personal touch.
Yeah.
From our hearts, because we really genuinely care about the dogs we watch, and they're just a lot of fun. There's so many different personalities, and it'd be fun to capture that in like a photo story.
You mentioned, you know, earlier, like the time was now for you because no time like the present. And you had mentioned earlier also, you know, reversing a life of suffering. Is there anything else you'd like to share about a life of suffering that comes to mind, or do you feel like you've hit it on the head?
Anything else I'd like to share about a life of suffering? Sorry, I guess I feel like I'm good. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Suffering pretty much stems from family dysfunction, and my father was like a rageaholic and very abusive, and I worked very hard on healing the father-daughter wounding that stemmed from that, and it's still very challenging, but I feel like I've come a long way, and I'm just very grateful to be where I am. So,
Catherine, I see power and dynamics, creativity for you in your future. When you step into your power with your health, anything is possible. You become unstoppable, right?
Yeah.
You and your son are already doing amazing things. And I see such amazing potential for both of you as you grow your business. And animals touch our lives. They actually, it's shown in scientific studies that animals, dogs, cats, extend our lives. So I just want to honor you and say that as you take these bold and responsible steps in your own life to enhance your own health and extend your life and be around for your son for years to come, that you are able to expand your business with these amazing dogs who are also going to impact the lives of their owners and extend so many more lives, dozens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of lives.
Yeah, that's so true. And yeah, dogs are amazing companions. So, can't imagine life without dogs, that's for sure.
So Catherine, I want to thank you so much for sharing these very personal and very vulnerable aspects of your life with anyone who's listening. And is there anything else you wanted to share before we close out?
I mean, I'm excited to do the 6-month program with you. Try and remember the name of it. I got to work in my memory. What's it called again?
The Gut Loving Life.
Pretty easy to remember. The Gut Loving Life. Yeah, I'm excited to do that and see where I go. Yeah, with it.
Well, it's an honor to know you. I'm so excited to have you on board as an incredibly dynamic woman as part of this group. I know that you're going to make a huge impact, not only in this program for yourself, but with the others, as well as seeing you grow personally with your photography, with your poetry, and in your business. And I'm so excited to see what happens with your relationship with your son as that grows deeper and your spirituality also gets enhanced.
Yeah, those all sound very fantastic. I'm looking forward to it.
So thank you, Catherine, for spending your time with us today. And if anyone is listening and you feel really drawn to do something very different in your life because you're currently feeling like what is happening is not working for you, you can book a 30-minute breakthrough call for yourself, and who knows what's on the other side. Catherine's having a huge breakthrough right now, just being here and sharing her story. As she shared before, oh, I'm introverted, Joyce, I don't know if I want to do this.
That's so true. Yeah, right before we spoke, I texted you how I'm having panic attacks about it.
And we whipped out the Elevation, the Joyful Blend oil. She took a couple of inhalations, and here she is before you. So if this woman who is so introverted and so quiet and was very on the edge of not really wanting to share her story has stepped up, then, well, I think anyone can do it.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thanks again, Catherine. And thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time.
Oh, thanks. Bye.
Bye.